So one of the biggest concerns that we're hearing from property owners in the Sarasota area right now is, if I put my home on the market, will it actually sell? And if it does, am I going to get the price that makes sense for me in today's market? That is exactly what we're going to talk about today, because the market has definitely shifted, and sellers who don't adjust to what's happening are likely going to leave tens of thousands of dollars on the negotiation table. Hey there, guys. My name's Ed Grabowski. I am your local real estate broker here in the Sarasota area, coming at you today with your monthly MarketWatch report for September 2025. Now, I give details about what's happening in the local market each month so that you can make strong, confident decisions about what's happening and make decisions that make sense for you and your family, not just give you the headlines. So let's kind of jump into it real quick so you can get a sense of what's happening. The big picture. Here's what we do know. There are a lot more homes on the market than we had a year ago. Inventory is up 85% compared to this point last year. And what that means is buyers, they have more choices. They have more control than we have seen in a long time. Because of that, homes are taking longer to sell. The average market time for a home that actually does go under contract and actually closes is about 71 days. So we're looking about a little under 2.5 months. And that is up about 16% from the point that we saw in July. But things are not taking forever to sell, but they're definitely at a slower pace than what we saw during a hot seller's market that we've seen over the last several years. Also, keep in mind that the homes that are the actual number for active homes that have sit on the market, that number is significantly higher. That is a number just for homes that actually contracted, for the ones who actually priced their property right from the beginning. Now, prices are also adjusting. Typical Sarasota home sold in August for just over $419,000 compared to $450,000 a year ago. That's a 6.8% drop year over year. And if you measure that number by price per foot, which might give a little more of an indication of what's happening specifically in the market, we're looking at $243 per foot compared to $260 a year ago, which represents about a 6.5% decline year over year. What it tells us is that buyers are more cautious and they are more deliberate about what they're willing to pay in today's market. So the silver lining, we've got some encouraging news because homes are still selling. In fact, we saw a jump of about 13% in August compared to the previous month, with over 700 homes closing in the last month. 700 single-family residences selling in Sarasota County during the month of August. Another factor that we're seeing in the market is that mortgage rates have dipped slightly. There's an expectation that the Fed's going to drop the Fed rate, and as a result, mortgage rates have started to fall in the lower 6% range, even down from where we were just a month ago. And that makes monthly payments a little more manageable and has helped bring some buyers back into the market. Now, let's be clear. Affordability is still a challenge in today's market. Things are a lot more expensive than they were during pre-pandemic times. And even with a little bit dip in rates, the overall cost of owning a home in Sarasota County is still significantly higher than it used to be. That's why our buyers are starting to shop smarter, they're being more selective, and they're negotiating harder in today's market. But the demand's still there. We're still quite a bit in line with where we were from a year ago, and that's why we're seeing closings happening every single day. So let's get back to the question of, will my home actually sell, and will it sell for a price that makes sense for me? Well, the quick answer is yes, if you do it right. The homes that are moving are the ones where sellers have actually taken the time to prepare their home up front, where their property is positioned right in today's market, and they are marketed correctly by a professional who understands how to get your home in front of the right buyers in the marketplace. Because the truth is, chasing the market down can be an expensive game. I have seen sellers lose tens of thousands of dollars by starting too high and then having to make cut after cut after cut as the buyers pass them by. Meanwhile, the homes that are priced right from the beginning and marketed right from the beginning are the ones who are often getting the offers on the property. And in this environment, leverage matters. When buyers are the ones that are controlling negotiations, you lose the edge as a seller. And that's why preparation, pricing, and marketing are not just nice to haves. That's what helps to keep you in control. Without them, buyers set the terms. With them, you keep the leverage and protect your bottom line. So here's the bottom line, Sarasota. We are still very much in a buyer's market, but sales are still happening every day. But the margin for error is smaller than it used to be. But the sellers who prepare, price right, and market their home properly to the right target market are the ones that are getting the strong results. If you're ever wondering if your home actually might sell in today's market, let's talk. I can show you how to avoid chasing the market down, how you can keep your leverage in negotiations, and make sure you get the result that you're looking for. So, I hope you found this information helpful. Again, my name is Ed Grabowski. I'm your local real estate broker here in the Sarasota area. I appreciate your time today. I appreciate you watching this month's market update. If you found this information helpful, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and keep an eye out for what's happening in next month's breakdown. And by the way, if you have any questions about what's happening in your neighborhood, you can drop them below or you can reach out to me directly. Understand that this information is a high-level view of what's happening in the market, and individual neighborhoods are going to be slightly different than what you're seeing from the market as a whole. Again, my name is Ed Grabowski. I appreciate your time today, and I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Take care.